Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Pokemon Sleep. Time to head in and check out last night's sleep research as our legendary research continues with the day already in progress. Alright, so a little bit to unpack there, but we'll get back to this after we've reviewed last night's sleep report. Full 100 sleep score. Got a little bit less sleep because it was an early morning for me. Didn't have the luxury of sleeping in as much as I'd like to. But looks like snoozing won out from last night with a little bit of dozing sprinkled in, and also a good chunk of those cyclical bits of slumbering. So, looks all good. And balanced. Once again, faking me out. A good overall night of sleep. Cannot complain. $132 million drowsy power, no atop belly, and 3 stars. That's looking pretty nice and sizable, so let's head in and see who's at camp today. No one in immediate view. That's cool. We got Quilava, Entei, that's there from the incense. We got Banette, Larvitar, a new sleep style for Espeon. Cute face. Oh, look at that. That's adorable. Swampert, Mudkip. Swampert's a new sleep style. Growlithe, Jigglypuff, and Wobbuffet. Alright. I'll let that go. Do its thing. $11,000 dream shards, 86 materials, not from the ones that are new sleep styles. Alright, cool. First up, since it's closest in frame, 2-star Swampert. Is this my first? I can't remember. Sturdy sleep. It's good posture there. It isn't. Halfway there. Wonderful. Nice good chunk of dream shards and a few Pokemon materials to boot. How about you? 3-star Espeon. Very nice. That face is just so cute. Oh, and that finishes out our Espeon sleep style decks. Very cool. Happy to have that complete. Who's hungry? Well, tried again to, get Entei to be hungry. He just does not want to be hungry this week. I have no Premier Biscuits to go with it. I'm not really feeling enticed to use all of my material just to get some of the full cost biscuits for it to not pay off. Like, I've got one that I'm happy with. I'd rather first replenish the small amount of, for the Suicune and Raikou incense that I don't have. So that's like 140 there. And then I'd like to just get the rest out of it out of Premier Biscuits that I can then just use as great biscuits for other stuff. So I think I'm just going to leave Entei alone. I've already recruited an Espeon, so it's cool that it's hungry, but I don't need to take one home. Swampert and Mudkip. Those would be nice, but they're not. There is one Pokemon in this group, though, that I am still looking for, and one of the reasons why I came to Topalo. Larvitar. Because I still want one with soybeans. So I am happy to spend a total of 2 biscuits to take one home and give that an opportunity. I'll still get the Entei candy and still share that out. I don't have a problem with sharing that out with folks. But I think... yeah, I still have opportunities where I can still put Entei out, and I still think that also could be a use for some of this material. But other than that, like, I'm at a pretty good stack of where I'm at on biscuits for this point of the month. You know, I've got about another week before I start wanting to, like, go through the sleep point shop. But I'm good. I'm going to leave things where they are for today. And it's nice, but I think you want to prioritize the legendary. Plus, it's got a photobomb with 2 other Pokemon in it. It doesn't happen a whole lot because you need a much wider camera angle. And that is giving a good chunk of XP, so I am also getting a little bit of a benefit from continuing to use that incense. So, I'm incentivized to keep doing that too. Alright, we have a lonely Larvitar. I'm sorry to hear that. Do you have soybeans? Some, but not all. Shame. Let's take a look at these sub-skills regardless. I want to see what it's working with. Dream Shard bonus. Not bad. It's not a terrible sub-skill. Ingredient Finder is good to see. Skill Trigger is not bad for this Pokemon either. Inventory up that's out of reach, which is fine in inventory, so it could definitely stack it up. And it's got Speed of Health up. So it's got pretty much all the stuff that you want. So this would definitely be for consideration if it didn't have that 3rd ginger. You know, the slot, ginger in that 3rd slot. Because it's not terrible with the way that, like, expert modes have been going to have some of these hybrid Pokemon to be able to carry 2 ingredients for 2 different types of, you know, dishes. But I don't think this is going to be beneficial to work out for any of the dishes that I want to make. I want it to have a little bit of ginger just to stockpile it, but mostly bringing in soybeans, not mostly bringing in ginger and then just a little bit of soybeans. I got a little bit of room, so I don't have to immediately say, like, to the professor right now. But it's probably not worthwhile for me to hold on to it. I don't know. I got time to think about it. I guess that's another way to put it. So, we got a couple of other things to catch up on. Got to bed on time, so that takes care of that. And I will finish the cooking mission for dinner. Yay. So still got a couple more to go for the weekly missions. Berries are moving along swimmingly. And another 3 biscuits with Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We're good. That's gonna just use the bonus biscuit and I will just ease through that. Which is fine. That's where I want to be. Doing them with a good, nice chunk of sleep points. Exactly where I want to be there. Alright. Do we have news? We do! Update contents for version 2.12.2. So, we have, let's see, what do we got to work with? You see my grandstanding for just bug fixes. So we've got a small update coming to fix that. So I don't know exactly what those fixes are going to be for. They're just bug fixes, but it's a small enough amount, you know, I guess that is what it is. Cool. All right. Let's check in with the community. How did everyone else? All 50 reports. That is great. Thank you, everyone. This is when it counts the most. translating to 19 materials, nearly 20. I don't think I've seen 20 in all of this, but hey, thank you everyone for your continued sleep research. It does mean quite a lot to me to make sure that I can get those materials in. So with that out of the way, you'll notice I got Dedenne on the team. Been doing very good as far as juggling between Charizards and Dedennes and Flareons, mixing them all in to kind of meet the situation as it comes. Hey, I've got too many ingredients, get Flareon for a little bit. They'll add 62 spaces to the pot, so that'll clear up a lot of space. Hey, I need a little bit more of this ingredient. Fine. Let's throw Charizard on there to meet one or both of those needs. Because I've got two that specialize in ginger and sausage. It's all been working out well. So I've been very happy with how the progress has been going for all of these ingredients. Definitely been meeting my needs. Okay. So yeah, actually, and now in a space where not a full ingredients pot, or a full ingredient pouch, but enough. And I do want to get that since it is now past 6 o'clock. Do have just slight extra tasty odds. I could let it slip for a little bit, but it's fine. I'm happy to let it go until tomorrow morning and see if we get any double triggers. But rest of the ingredients, I'm sitting pretty on everything that I need, which is great. That's a good feeling. I did dip into a couple of the reserves of ginger and sausage just to get through that 62 added ingredients for lunch. So that's why I'm at a little bit of a deficit going into this meal. And I also did tap into some of the leeks and tails that I had, only for the fact that, like, I had quite a lot of them, and I didn't really want to dip too far in where I wasn't going to be able to cook for this meal. I knew it was going to be coming right around 6 o'clock. Alright, how are we looking from everything else? Yeah, we'll tap into some fiery herbs. We got a good stack of that. Alright. Nothing to it but to do it. And then I'll get one more chance to collect before bedtime, which is going to be earlier than usual for me because I've got a very early morning tomorrow. So it's all good for me to get some of this stuff done as early as possible. It's going to be very interesting sleep research tomorrow, so I hope you'll tune in and see how that turns out. I'm excited to see what's going to happen. I only really get to do this like once or twice a year. Well, choose to is going to happen, right? So that will put us to Master 15. That is really exciting to see on a Thursday. I'm really excited for the trajectory. End goal of 4.2 million at just about 2 now. Like, they're going good. I'm happy with the progress. So, another 5 meals. Finish off that mission. Should have the berries probably by lunch tomorrow, if it's not finished by the time I'm checking in with y'all tomorrow. We'll see what happens with befriending friends, but this is also an opportunity. Let's see. Now got a new total of 643 incense, or 643 materials. I only have... You know what? I'm going to take care of this now so I don't forget to do it later. Get my cheap Suicune and Raikou incense to then stockpile those, because I used both of those during their respective researches, and it was nice to get them at a nice little discount. So now, what remains, really for me, is just going to be getting as many of those Premier Biscuits as possible. But I still want to try getting a Hungry Entei. because those legendaries do end up giving a lot of XP and dream shards and all this other good stuff. So basically I probably will get it down to where I'll just have one of each stashed away for a rainy day, maybe until next year, or a dream shard event. Whatever happens first, or that becomes more poignant at the time. But I'll continue to use it even though it's a little bit more on the expensive side at this point, and whatever's left over I'll just convert into Premier Biscuits that I can use as Great Biscuits down the road. Because we'll have Amber Canyon here before we know it. Really only realistically a month away. It's really 2, but it feels like it's gonna be soon. It's gonna feel like it's here already. But with that is what I have for you today. So it's a programming note. Again, it's going to be a very early morning for me tomorrow, so expect a later afternoon recording. So I'm excited to see what that's going to turn out to be, because I don't think I'm going to be getting on time for my bedtime today, because I'm going to be getting into bed even earlier. And I'm not looking to change my settings because this is kind of a one-off deal. But I'd love to hear, what do you got going on for the rest of this week? Do you have any particular days that you have to do special shenanigans to work within the game to have that happen? How's your legendary research going? Anything fun and exciting happening? I'd love to hear it. Let me know down in the comments below. And I will see you back tomorrow evening for some more sleep research, as this legendary research event starts to wind its way down as we get towards the weekend. But until then, sleep well.